Been here in the port in business since about 1991. Memory fades a bit sometimes. Kids have grown up with the business. Some still work with it, others have gone on to do other things. Grandchildren are on the scene now. One or two of them have done some work here. When I met Chris, he'd just got a much smaller boat back then, and we got together and then we went into it together. I worked in a bank for about 28 years, so when I left the bank I came into the business full time. We started with the Jessica Lauren, and we used to be moored up near the Birkenhead Bridge. We had an office in the end of Shed 1. That caught on fire in 94, and it was auctioned off and got rid of. Then we built the Queen Adelaide. It took us about 18 months and came into service in 95, and we had her running for 10 years, and we went from, I think it was 100 passengers. In total we extended it twice and we ended up with 350 passengers on that one. It was a 2-level boat. Then we built the Dolphin Explorer, and we started in 2003 and brought it into service in 2005. That took 2 years. That was a much bigger job, and it's still running now. And as we progress on, we have built a smaller boat, the Explorer 2, which we haven't got up running yet. We're just a bit busy with some maintenance on this one and running cruises. Hopefully we'll get it up and running in the near future. And no, we're not building any more boats after this. The dolphins, there's between 30 to 50 that live in the river. There's a lot more that come into the river and go out. We've even had some of the common dolphins in here as well. We've seen those, which is not very often, but yeah, we have seen them. We did have whales in the river twice in the last few years. Once was at Outer Harbour, and the other one, the last one, it came up to almost the bridges here, which also shut down shipping, commercial and private. Gave us a few headaches for people not being happy we couldn't cruise because of the whales, but that's just the luck of the draw. It's a unique sort of occurrence, so enjoy it while it lasts. It brings very, very diversified people from many, many walks of life and from very many parts of the world, and that they still find it hard to believe that it's so underdeveloped in Australia, because we're not a third world country, and that it's also natural. I think there's only one other place in the world where they're so close to people living and working. Everywhere else they're in specific remote, or you've got to travel to them, whereas here you can just catch a bus and come and see them, or a train. So much different to everywhere else in the world. Well, we try to give information on the history, what's happening to our knowledge currently, the very diverse sort of things you can see in the river, the wildlife, because it's not just dolphins. There are seals, there are birds, all sorts of things. So you try to educate people on how to respect them, how to do the right thing, and appreciate what you have. To be utilised and developed to be a beautiful place, but not over commercialised, so that it's inaccessible to the everyday person. Whilst it's nice to see development, it still needs to be, every walk of life should be able to enjoy it as well. There are many happy moments in my life. When I got married to Chris, everything the children have progressed on to, the arrival of grandchildren, there's lots of happy moments. There's no one defining moment. It takes lots of things to make your life happy. For the river to still continue to be cleaned up, over all these years, there has been some massive changes with the quality of the river, And there are people now, like the Estuary Care Foundation, who are doing work with the river, with the oysters, I think it is, to bring the quality of the water up and to bring all the other things back into the river that may have, been depleted. Just our family, like working together. Chris and I, we've worked together all the time since we've been together. So that's a luxury. It's a luxury to be able to be there for your kids and your grandkids at the drop of a hat, the flexibility, and basically enjoying life, enjoy what you do. You may earn some money, but you still need to be enjoying yourself.